I have a what sold video for you. And in today's video, I'm going to show you what do I have here? Bowls, platters, teapot, all those fragile things that we sell. Yeah, this is about ceramic, I'd say mostly. But yeah, it takes what it takes to pack it. But when you buy it and list it on eBay, well, when it sells, you gotta pack it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Vicki. Welcome to the channel. My husband Mark and I have been resellers for over 20 years, mostly on eBay, a few things on Poshmark, and really nothing on Mercari anymore. And as I said in the opening, this video is about what sold, and when I can, I show you how I packed it for fragile items, dishes, dishes, bowls, teapots, platters. Platters always get me. Yeah, they do. And I am sitting down right now because, well, it's 8 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock at night. And yes, I have glasses on. I know they're my computer glasses, so you're going to catch a little glare. I have a sty in my eye, and so I have no eye makeup on. I wanted to get a video out to you before the month is over, and so here it is. And remember, after I show you the item that sold and whatever tips I have for you when it comes to packing, whether I show you completely how I packed it or I share some tips on the packing, well, after that, I will share with you my honest opinion of whether I would buy that item again to resell again, or if I'd pass. What was that show? Are you going to keep it or list it? Well, I'm going to tell you if I'm going to ever buy it again. Let's get started. We sold 12 bowls. Do you see them? See any white bowls up there? I need 12 of them. And I think they're right here. I think all 12 are right here. Yeah, I think that's it. They're small. 4.5 inch. I'll have to count them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I stretch wrap them together for storage. And they're Pyroceram by Corning. Kind of an unusual logo. I bought them at Goodwill. I bought a whole bunch of them. Paid $4.72 for these 12 and sold them on offer for $40 plus ship. These bowls are not light. The 12 of them weigh almost 4 pounds. Well, 3 pounds, 7 ounces. I think because of that, I will separate them into 2 stacks, maybe 3. I just did it like this for storage. I just want to add here that I store them this way because they are extremely, extremely slippery. And look at that, no microwave, no stovetop. Of course, no stovetop, but no microwave. Very, very unusual. So we have 3 sets of bowls, 4 bowls per set. And I could just stretch wrap them, but I do have some foam wrap here. I think I'll pack 1 set and then see how it goes. I'm going to just give this, I guess it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just going to cut this into 4 pieces. These are slippery. None on the bottom right now, but I can put one on the bottom. I'm going to wrap them in small bubble wrap first because it conforms good to the shape. And they paid a lot of money for these bowls. Whether they paid a lot or paid a little, I'm going to make sure I pack them really well. See what we can do with 1 square of large 1/2 inch. I'm going to turn the bowls upside down and see if this reaches all the way around. It just makes it. So now that I know how I'm going to wrap 4 bowls, I'll repeat the process for the remaining bowls, and I'll speed it up for you. One, 2, 3 bundles. Now, what size box am I putting them into? They're too big now for my 12 by 12 by 6. I might be able to stack them in an 8 by 8 by 8. Nope, maybe 9 by 9 by 9. That's possible. Or I could go to 10 by 10, but I really don't need 10. I think I'm going to go with, well, I'll be right back. I'll show you. This box is a 15 by 10 by 6. Let's do a test fit. Is the height going to work? I think I can make it. I do need some bubble wrap in the bottom. I can't fit air pillows. Got 3 sheets of large 1/2 inch. Let's raise you up a little bit. 3 sheets of large 1/2 inch this way. Let's do 3 sheets of large 1/2 inch this way and give this a try. I am concerned about this getting too high for the box lid. It's up there now. Now I could possibly turn one on their side. I could do that. Nope, that's not going to work. What have I done here? I guess I don't have the height that I thought, especially after the bubble wrap. You can see it's going to not close all the way. So my box isn't deep enough. That's where I am with this, because I really want the bubble wrap underneath, so I need a different box. This is my last box that I have that's $9.99, and I bought these several years ago, and I had to buy 25, and I had to meet, I think, a $200 limit to get the best price, so I kind of hate using it, but I'm going to have to because it's going to work the best. I'll get it assembled. Okay, got 3 sheets here, a large 1/2 inch bubble. Let's raise you up again a little bit. Oh, I can't raise you any higher. Hold on a second. I was able to raise my table. Okay, got my large 1/2 inch that direction, large 1/2 inch this direction. Start putting these in, stacking them one on one. I don't think I need to put anything between them because they're pretty well wrapped. As you can see, I've got a lot of room on all the sides. But let's first fold this in and see how it's going to close. Actually, I'm going to roll this down. I'm going to roll this bubble wrap down. I do that a lot. Just going to roll it completely down. Push it down in. Get the bottom hacked. Now I'll work some air pillows in here, wherever I can fit them. Pushing everything down. I should have put the thank you one with the thank you on top, but I didn't get that done. And then let's see what we need to close this up. Got some scrap bubble wrap. Bubble wrap and air pillows will give a little bit, so I don't have a problem pushing it down a little bit. But I think I will add some tape here and here because it's a little cattywampus here. And just another tip, I always put tape on the side seam of the box. I think it's good. We'll get it in the mail. The Pyrus Rain Bowls were a really nice sale. Would I buy them again? Well, I have to tell you, the day that I found them in our Goodwill store was the first time I've ever come across Pyro Ceram. So I kind of doubt that I'll find them again. But if I do, and the price is right, and I check, eBay active and sold comps and see what the sell-through rate is, well, I might. Mark is looking for a piece of Stengel pottery. We've had it listed for a very long time.
And it's hiding under these things.
Yes, it is hiding. I have a hand if you want me to grab it. You got it?
I think I got it.
Okay, it's pretty. Took a long time to sell.
Stengel.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This is a very pretty piece of pottery, and as you can tell, it's the thistle pattern, Stengel pottery. Can't remember what I paid for it. Probably $1 or so. And it's sold on offer for $15 plus ship. And we listed this in 2020. Now, why did it take so long to sell? Well, the listing got stale for sure. And just a week ago, I did end and sell similar of items in this price range, and then I put it on sale, and then I sent an offer and finally got it sold. You got to refresh your listings. You just have to. I have part of a pool noodle. I think I'm going to use it to help with the handle, but I do need to cut some of this off. So I need to know where the handle ends. Need a cutting board and utility knife, and it always makes a mess. It just does. I save all the little pieces. You never know when you might need it. So let's see about putting this around here. I think that's going to be a really good fit. I'm going to bring it together, tape it. It's not taping it on, of course, you know, it will slide off. And then we need to fill the hollow area. This is when scrap bubble wrap can come in handy. Your not so good pieces. I think I'm going to turn that upside down and give the pour spout a little protection too. I just don't know. No, that's not going to reach. The handle is pretty well protected. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece that I just cut off, tape it here, and then use it to wrap around the handle, even though it's in foam. All right, that's pretty good. Now let's get a measurement, see what we need for a box. It's within 10 inches. I'll be right back. This eBay box is 10 by 8 by 6. I'm going to see if I can make this work. Time for a test fit. I put it in on an angle. I mean, the handle is protected really well. Let's get some air pillows in here. Let's try 4 in the bottom, along with some bubble wrap. Cross lay the bubble wrap. Hope I can fit this in now. Okay, fits. Thank you, label. Let's fold this all up. I don't know if I can fit air pillows on top or not. I might be able to. Let's see. Yeah, I think we've got it. It's good. Stangle pottery. I find it all the time, and I think it's absolutely beautiful pottery. I do see it quite frequently, and I think it's absolutely beautiful pottery, but it doesn't carry a lot of value on eBay, so I don't buy it anymore. And it took a long time for that piece to sell. Well, it takes a long time for pretty much everything to sell these days. It seems that way anyway. How's it going for you? So, no to stangle pottery unless I'm buying it for our own use or decoration. Sold a box of 4 plates, Botanical Holiday by Rosanna. Brand new. They've been listed for a while. They took a long time to sell. It took a long time for the right buyer to come along. I'm not sure what I paid for these. Don't remember. But they sold on offer for $22 plus ship. And I will put this in another box. To get ready to pack these, each of the plates is separated by some cardboard. And I can't put any bubble wrap in the bottom or this cardboard ring won't fit. But I did tighten up the cardboard ring and taped it. And then I have a few pieces of bubble wrap that I'll fit in here under the lid. And then I'll use stretch wrap to make sure the lid doesn't come off. Because this is 8.5 inches long, I have to go to a 12 by 10 by 8 box. I wrapped the box in some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, and then I've cut some strips here that I'll fill in on the end and then tape this with my masking tape. I've lined the bottom of the box with air pillows. I like to recycle the bags that my bubble wrap comes in. I take all my shipping labels off and then turn it inside out. So the dirtiest side is on the inside. And then I rest my item in the bag. And top it off with more air pillows. I can see it's going to take more than what I put on the bottom. When I was in a store the other day, they were throwing out these foam scraps from something they got in some home decor. I'm going to use those to fill in the top. Recycle. Would I buy a box set of plates again? What were these? Botanical Holiday, Rosanna? Probably not. Took a long time to find the right buyer. It helps to have it already in a box, you know, when it comes to shipping it. Can't ship it in the original box, don't try that, but probably not. Sold 2 Wedgwood bowls, earthenware, made in England. I paid $1.20 for the 2 of them at a Goodwill store, and they sold for full asking price at $29.95 plus ship. For the first layer, I'm wrapping each bowl in some paper. To fill in the center, I'm adding a half sheet of large bubble wrap, and then another half sheet across the top, and then folding up one sheet, 1 12-inch square of bubble wrap. So paper, bubble wrap tucked inside, another half sheet across the top, and taping this up. Now I can tell that it's not protected all the way around. I can still feel the bowl, and that's not a good thing. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. Taking another square bubble wrap, I'll turn this upside down now, like this, and then tape this up to give it another layer of protection. And then I'll tape up each corner as well. Make sure that's tight to the corner, each corner. Now I feel like it's well protected. As long as I can't feel the bowl, that's great. I'll do the second bowl the same way. Fill in with half sheet of bubble wrap across the top, wrap it in a square, turn it upside down, and wrap it in another square of large half-inch bubble wrap. Now that I have both of the bowls wrapped, I can actually just stack these in a box. So I just need to check the height and the diameter. I'm looking at about 9 inches, and height is around 6. They're 6 inches high when stacked. To have enough room, I need to use a 12 by 10 by 8. I'm recycling some foam that I got at a local store. They were throwing this out, so I've lined the bottom and the sides. That helps take up a little bit of room. Let's do a test fit. This is going to work great. I just need to put in some more bubble wrap and more packing material. I turned one bowl upside down. I'm going to fill in around it with paper. Then I'm going to add a thin piece of cardboard. Add the other bowl face down and fill in around, probably with some paper and air pillows. I decided to put 4 air pillows around it and the paper here, 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 here. Not sure how my cardboard's going to fit now. Maybe I can put it this direction. And then the second bowl upside down, and then I'll add some more air pillows. Because we make our own air pillows, I can use them generously. That looks good. I'll get it closed up and in the mail. Would I buy Wedgwood cereal bowls again? Well, if you follow the channel, you know that bowls sell better than plates because bowls get broken more often than plates. You know, children with their cereal bowls, soup bowls, etc. Wedgwood is an excellent brand, and if I find it in excellent condition and the comps say it's good, you know what I mean, eBay active versus sold, and you want a good sell-through rate. 50% minimum, but as many selling as active, that would be a great place to be. So, yes, I would keep my eyes open for Wedgwood, and yes to cereal bowls. Let's move on to the next sale. We sold a platter. Yep, a quail platter. It's beautiful. National Wildlife Federation. We paid $1 for it at a church rummage sale, and it sold on sale $33.96 plus ship. First thing I'm going to do is wrap it in some thin foam. This is just to protect the finish. It doesn't do anything to protect for breakage. First layer done. I do have the dip in the center that I need to consider. I'll put some extra bubble wrap here and then wrap it in some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap. I have this piece for the area that dips down into the platter. What I like to do is turn it upside down. Turn it upside down and then finish up with the bubble wrap. You can see I have it taped around. I'm going to roll the center of the corner in and fold it kind of down and up and tape it. However you want to do it. I could go like this, but I'm going to fold this down and tape it this way. I'm going to double box the platter. I've got some air pillows in the bottom here. I'll put it in here and put some more air pillows, and then we're going to work at double boxing it. I decided to add some foam on top to use this up for padding, and then I have some air pillows around it. I'll close up this first box and then we'll try this in the second box. Platter is packed in a 15 by 10 by 6 box. Now we have a 16 by 12 by 8 box. We're going to put this in here and see what kind of packing material we need to fill in the rest of the box. Okay, we're getting ready to place the smaller box inside. Now keep in mind I have air pillows on the bottom of the platter, plus it's wrapped in bubble wrap. I'm going to finish off with air pillows on top, and then I'll just squeeze some bubble wrap down here, or paper maybe would be great, or even packing peanuts to fill in the rest of it. This is what I've got. I pushed the inner box to the side, filled in with air pillows. I have a bag stuffed down in here, and finishing off the top with more air pillows before we close it up. Let's talk about platters. I've had some platters break. Yeah, platters. I don't know why I picked them up, but sometimes I do. I get the price really cheap. And would I buy platters again? Well, as you could see, I had to double box it, I guess just for peace of mind to make sure it would arrive safely. But I don't know. I guess it just depends on the brand, what it's going for. It's not my favorite thing to pack, but I do have something that I regret buying even more than this platter. This platter turned out to be easy compared to the last sale that I'm going to show you in this video. In fact, I'll give you fair warning, it took a lot to pack it and ship it because I didn't have the right size box, so I had an upcycle box. And reinforce the box. Well, you'll see that later in the video. Keep watching. Oh, and by the way, if you like this video, give it a like, comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And keep watching. There's more. It took a long time for these ramekins to sell, and they're so cute, but it took a long time. It's a 4-count lot of Suro Easter Parade ramekin bowls with a little bunny. Listed these in 21, but they finally sold for full asking price of $29.95 plus ship. Each one gets filled with tissue paper so that I can start filling the inside of the cup. And then wrapped in one square of large bubble wrap. I'm using a box that's 12 by 12 by 6. I estimated 4 pounds, so I filled the bottom with paper, and then I have some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap cross-laid, and these should fit fine, one at each corner. I recycled some paper and filled in all the way around, and then I'm topping off with 2 sheets of bubble wrap. That should be good. Would I buy these adorable little bunny ramekins again? No. Took forever for them to sell. I thought they were the cutest little ramekins, you know, cutest little ramekin with the little bunny. No, just not in demand. Sold a lot of 4 plates, very small Peter Potts pottery stoneware in mahogany brown and aqua oval dessert plate. They're quite small dessert plate. We bought these at a Goodwill, paid $3.50 for 4 plates. We have other dishes too that we still have listed, but paid $3.50 for the 4 plates, and they sold on offer for $35 plus ship. I'm going to pack the plates 2 and 2. I have 1 plate on this new paper that I'm trying out, this bubble paper, little piece of foam. I might turn that on the diagonal. Add another little plate. I'll fold this up and tape it, and then I'll wrap it in bubble wrap. Next, I'll wrap it with some large 1/2 inch with some more bubble wrap on top. Fold all this up and tape it. Feels pretty good. I don't feel any hard edges of the plates, so I'll do the same thing for the next 2. Plate, foam, wrap this up and tape it. Wrapping the next 2 the same exact way I did the first 2. I have a box that's 10 by 8 by 6, 4 air pillows, some bubble wrap, plates, I'll need to fill in the sides with some air pillows and top it off with some more bubble wrap on top. And to help reduce impact, I'll add some cardboard to the top. Peter Potts Pottery. Would I buy Peter Potts Pottery again? Hey, I got that out without messing it up. Pretty proud of myself on that one. Yes, I would buy Peter Potts Pottery again. But I've only ever found it that one time. So who knows if I'll see it again. But yes, checking active and sold comms, I would buy Peter Potts Pottery again. Have you ever found Peter Potts Pottery? And if you did, what kind of profit did you make on Peter Potts Pottery? Okay, enough. We're looking for a teapot.
Well, it's from a sale where we bought a number of pieces of Chinese pottery that some of them actually looked like they were ancient.
You did a lot of research.
I did a lot of research on them, but
some of the pieces that we bought are these, and those are paintbrush cups, I believe.
Brush cups they're called. And this one and this one, those go way back maybe several hundred years to one of the older Chinese dynasties. I forget which ones they're called.
And then
then there's this one. This was another brush pot that's all Chinese lettered.
That must be the teapot.
This is the teapot that's sold.
Yeah, it's missing a couple things. It doesn't have the wrap around the handle like they normally do. But hold on to that lid, hon, and please turn it upside down and show them. Yeah, show them the red stamp. That's supposed to mean it's older, correct?
I actually figured out what it meant and what time period, and I forget all that right now at this point. It's been a few months since I researched it. But it also has a sticker, a Chinese sticker.
We've had several offers on it, but they were very low.
There's grapes, flowers. I think those are strawberries or hearts. I don't know.
I thought it was a peach, but what do I know? Okay, we paid $3 for it, and it sold for $100. Woohoo! That was pretty exciting because we've had offers, but they've been like 60, 65. Like, no, I don't think so.
We're just not quite sure how old it is or how valuable, but it is missing a few pieces. And I don't know if you can see the inside has some staining. It has been used.
To be expected, I guess.
But to get $100 out of it,
we'll take it.
We'll take it.
This teapot that needs lots of care and packing. It's even hard to take the lid off. Very hard. Yeah, it'll be fun to pack. As we said, we paid $3 for it. Antique Chinese family? I don't know. Porcelain teapot. Sold for $100. I mean, wow. Wow. So exciting. Pay $3 and sell it for $100. Love that. Filling the hollow area with packing peanuts. I don't know if I can get one more in or not. I think it's pretty good. I just have to make sure I get the lid on. And I'm going to have to tape it on. I cushioned the wire handles with foam. I need to protect the pour spout. And I think I'm going to stretch wrap everything. I don't want this lid to fall off. It's hand painted, but it's glazed. I mean, it have to be glazed. So I went ahead and just put some regular tape to hold that lid on. I patted the pour spout with some foam. I need to wrap the whole thing now. And I said I wanted to stretch wrap it so these handles don't move. This is what I have so far. Now I need bubble wrap. I have 2 sheets of large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, this direction to the other direction. I'm going to take 2 air pillows and put it around the spout somehow here. I'm going to do that as I bring bubble wrap up and over it. Because the air pillows are taller than the teapot, I'm adding some bubble wrap on top to help balance out the height. I went ahead and taped up around the air pillows and the other end. I thought I better close those up a little bit. In fact, I could fold these in and tape that too. So I've got that taped up, and this is where the pour spout is. It's taped up with air pillows, and I'll just bring one more layer of bubble wrap up over these ends. I think it's pretty good up here. I've got it bundled pretty good, and I decided to write top and spout to let them know, because I can see the air pillows through here. So it looks pretty good. I just need to measure it and find the right size box. I'm going to mail the teapot in a box that's 11 by 11 by 11 and fill in around it with packing peanuts. I tried it 8 by 8 by 8. It was too small. I don't have any 9 by 9 by 9 or 10 by 10 by 10, so this is what I've got, 11 by 11 by 11. The teapot wasn't hard to pack. I just didn't have the right size box. And I guess when you sell a teapot for $100, you better overpack it anyway, right? Would I buy it again? Well, Mark and I found this, there's still some up here somewhere, this China pottery, these brush pots and the teapot that sold at a garage sale. And the lady and her husband had lived in China. And who knows when she bought this, 30 years or more maybe before we came across it. And I got them very inexpensively. I don't really expect to find it again. Mark did do a lot of research and found out that that red stamp on the bottom meant it had some value. And I did have offers on Poshmark for all the brush pots. The offers came in the middle of the night for here in Tennessee. Northeast Tennessee, and they offered me, I think, $150 a piece, but something seemed off. The Poshmark user was brand new. I mean, absolutely brand new, and I just didn't trust it. I know maybe I could have trusted it more on Poshmark than on eBay, but my gut said, there's something wrong here. This is not going to work out. So I unlisted the pottery. I had it on eBay, and I thought, well, they could find it on eBay too. Then I waited a while, and I think I put it back up on Poshmark. I know it's on eBay. But, trust your gut sometimes, right? When sale comes in and they're buying everything and they just joined the platform, that's a red flag to me. Anyway, we have a bunch of brush pots up here still for sale if you need a brush pot. I think it means paintbrush, Okay, what else do I have for you here? Oh, lobster. Red lobster. Do you like red lobster? I love the restaurant. I looked and looked and looked for this plate and couldn't find it. Why couldn't I find it? Because I thought the plate was larger than what it is. Even though I knew it was 8.5 inches, I kept looking over and over in my stack of plates that were larger. So I went back and looked at the photo on eBay, looked again at the rim, and then I decided what would stand out to me is this kind of a blue square design instead of focusing on just the lobster. Because I couldn't see the lobster when I was just, flipping through my plates like this. I couldn't see the lobster. I was only seeing that. So I was so happy to find this plate. Happy day, found the plate. Didn't have to cancel the sale. It's been listed for a long time, since September of 20. Maine lobster souvenir decorative plate. Do not use it for food. It's sold for $29.95. So I tell you, I was really getting frustrated that I couldn't find this plate. But after I looked at the photo on eBay, I thought, okay, you got to find this. You got to find a blue square. And I found the blue square. As I said, the lobster was just hiding in the middle and I wasn't seeing it. I do separate my plates with styrofoam. I'm mailing this one with the styrofoam plate on the bottom. One styrofoam plate on the bottom, one on top. A little bit of bubble wrap rolled under to fit into the center because it dips down. And then some stretch wrap. So that's what it looks like so far. I have 2 sheets of bubble wrap. I'm going to put one on the seam and then turn the plate upside down and wrap everything up around it and tape it. This is what I have so far. Now I just need to find a box, and I need about 11 Maybe it would fit in 10 by 10. I don't have a 10-10, but I do have a 12 by 12 by 6. I'll put it in here. Using packing peanuts this time. I have a lot of area to fill up, and these will be light. But I am cross-laying some bubble wrap on top of the packing peanuts. I just need to fill in with some more packing peanuts or air pillows. I'm going to do air pillows on each side because we make our own air pillows, and I've got plenty. 2 air pillows on this end and 2 air pillows here. The only place I need to fill in before I finish off the top is on the sides. So I have half sheets of bubble wrap for that. I could have put less peanuts on the bottom and saved some for the top, but since I'm already near the top, I'm just finishing with bubble wrap. I'll get this folded up and in the mail. I don't know about you, but we are on 2-day handling. And that's kind of nice sometimes, especially if you can't find something and you want to have another day to look for it. I don't think I'll ever find this plate again. So would I buy it again? Well, no, probably not. I am slowing down on plates. I have a lot of plates for sale. And at the end of the video, I'll share with you what's going on behind the scenes here for Mark and me and what's going on. A little bit of everything. Stay to the end for a little chat. We sold 4 bowls, unusual shape, and it's a McCoy Limited. We bought these at Goodwill, and I paid $1.25 for the 4 bowls. So it's a 4-count lot, and they sold on offer for $40 plus ship. Not bad. I'm going to fill each bowl with some paper and then wrap in large 1/2-inch bubble wrap. Now repeat the process for the remaining 3 bowls. Because I can still fill the bowl through the bubble wrap, I'm adding another layer. I'm shipping the 4 bowls in a 16 by 12 by 8 box. I lined the bottom with air pillows. I'm recycling some plastic wrap. There's another one back here somewhere. And then I'll fill in and top off with more air pillows. I have air pillows in each corner, bubble wrap around. I'll finish off with some more bubble wrap and some air pillows. It's good. It's a real McCoy. Or is it? Is it a real McCoy? And I keep adjusting these. I'm not used to wearing glasses anymore when I video. Oh, found them at Goodwill. We still have some left. They weren't all marked McCoy. They sold for $40. I still have some to sell, so probably not. Yeah, saying it like it is. Red Cliff Pottery, white ironstone, give us this day our daily bread. Paid $1 at a church rummage sale very recently, and it sold on offer for $40 plus ship. Woohoo! $1 to $40. You can't beat that. Or you could, but we're happy with it. So this is the platter. The handles really aren't too much to worry about. It's just a little finger hole. I do have this dip in the platter that needs to be filled. Let's go ahead and start with bubble wrap and lay some extra in the center. Could build that up a little more. Let's use 2 sheets in the center. And I've got the sides, to be concerned about, the sides of it. Let me raise you up a little bit here. There you go. Let's add 2 sheets this direction. Got one issue. As I was turning it around, I could feel the handles. The handles just happened to fall, I believe, at a seam. So not good that I can feel the handles. What we can do is take another sheet, cut it in half, and give a little extra to the handles. This is a new bubble wrap that I've just opened, and I'm not too excited about it. I'm not sure which supplier I got this one from, but so far I'm not impressed. Good bubble wrap is very hard to find these days, and when I thought I found it, well, then it stopped being as good as it used to be. So they change, what they do is they change quality. They charge you the same but send you a lower quality. bubble wrap. Yeah, I need to bubble my troubles away. Okay, that's better. Not perfect, but it will be going into a box. And I do need to measure this. We are just at 12 inches, 12 by 10 and a half. Just at 12. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to recycle a box. I don't do that very often, but this one happens to be 14 by 4 by 4, and I think it's going to work out fine. One thing I really don't have are square boxes, and this is square, and I think it's going to work out great, because otherwise I had to go way too long and way too high and too much packing material. We need to get some cushion on the bottom. I'm just not really happy with this bubble wrap. Oh gosh, it's just so thin. A lot of the bubbles are popped or deflated. Those are deflated pretty much. This is not good, guys. It's not good at all. Not good. And I don't think I have room for air pillows on the bottom. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to AAA this. I'm going to put one back. The bottom takes the hardest hit, I believe, you know, upon delivery, if nothing else. I'm going to add quite a bit. It's a shame. It's a shame that I can't get good bubble wrap. And now, look what I've done. I've built it up so high, I can't put any bubble wrap on top. And I think I'm going to platters. You know how I feel about platters if you followed our channel. I really don't trust platters. So I'm thinking about wrapping this one more time. If I can get a decent sheet of bubble wrap here. This is really bad. Oh gosh. I'm gonna wrap it again. Part way here. This is crazy. And you know, reusing a box is risky. It is. I think I need some cardboard to stabilize this. In fact, you know, this is supposed to be a rated box, but I'm beginning to think it's an inside box. I mean, look at it's torn here. It's torn here. Let's check the bottom. This is a 32 edge crush test, but look at that. It's got holes punched in it. If I'm going to use this box, I absolutely need to reinforce it. That's just the bottom line. Got some cardboard here. I can see that it's a little bit too wide. I need to take a few inches off if I want to reinforce the bottom. That's what I'm thinking for starters. So I need to mark it here and mark it here. All right, let me cut this out. I've got my cutting board, which I just picked up at Walmart. It's a nice size. I've got this ruler that you can find a link below the video. I use this all the time. It's a level and a ruler. Just lining it up here. I'll save these scraps. I'm probably going to use more cardboard, but we'll start with this. If I want to use this piece on top, I need to cut that. I need to lift this out of here. Put my cardboard in the bottom to stabilize it. And to put that on top. If you can see, I have a lot of room around the edges. I can put air pillows there. I'm pushing the envelope now and pushing it up a little bit. You did see me add all those extra layers of bubble wrap around it. I'm going to have to stuff the sides with bubble wrap now because the air pillows won't fit. So just going to take some half sheets. All right, this is for the center, and I forgot my thank you label. No, I didn't. I didn't forget it. It's right here. Right here. Let's put that on here. Tape it so it doesn't go anywhere. Now, what I am concerned about still are the corners of these boxes, the corners. So I'm going to make some corner supports. Do I have this too big? No. But I do need to make some corner supports to keep the corners from crushing. So I need to know the height. I need to know the height of the box. and I'm going to come down just below it, just below the height. Got a little mark here, but this isn't wide enough. I've got some more cardboard. What I'm showing you here is some of the things you have to do if you're going to recycle a box, because recycling a box can be risky. So although I've got the height, I said I needed twice the width. Absolutely need twice the width. I'll show you why. Maybe even more than twice the width. We'll go twice. My cutting board isn't long enough, so I do have to be careful. I know what I'm going to do. Let's find out how wide I'm making this. I know it's getting a little bit glary on you here. I'm at a little over 3 inches, like 3 1/8. Let's just go to 4 inches. I'm just going to go to 4 inches. 4 inches. You'll see why in just a minute. I'm going to have to cut this in 2 sections here. All right, I've got it lined up at my 4-inch mark, holding it down. And I said I needed it to be, I've got this one for my height. It's about 4 1/4 inches high. So next, let's measure for the height. I hope I've got enough here. 4 1/4 inches. 4 1/4 inches. That's the height of the box that I wanted to cut these. 4 1/4. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 corners. That should be good. Cut this off. And I will save this, and I will save this. Let's get the scoring tool. It's kind of finding the halfway mark. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, 4. Let's clean this up. Here are the 4 corners that I made. I'm going to fold it like a corner and literally place one in each corner. I'm going to see if I can get this folded up. And anything that has writing on it, I'm going to fold in first, like here. I know that the bubble wrap has give to it, so I don't have a problem pressing down on it. The corners are keeping me up just a little bit. I think it's this one here. I'm going to trim it. I don't know how I got off, but that corner just isn't quite as high. And this one was a little bit high too. I'm just going to trim it off. Okay, what did we say? Sides with any lettering on it. Make sure the box is all folded in on itself. Yes, I have some old tape here. I will add new tape everywhere. Let's tape it. Add new tape on the bottom. I'm going to tape each corner. Remember how this one was a little bit rough? It was torn. Let's tape over that. You know, I use masking tape on the inside so that I can save my good tape, my more expensive tape, for the outside. I know some of you wonder why I use masking tape. It's because it's cheap. That's why. Hope I got a little bit of a barcode exposed here. Little sticker. Take that off. Press down the tape. I'm going to do one more across here. I do believe I have this reinforced as if it was a new box. Be very careful when you're recycling boxes. But if you do some of these things, reinforce the bottom, reinforce the corners especially, because that edge crush test means the edge can withstand, in this case, 32 pounds of pressure. But this box seems really cheap for a 32-pound ECT edge crush test. I'm going to go ahead and put some tape here and here. I did add more weight to it by adding the cardboard, so hopefully I estimated enough for shipping. All right, it's good. Redcliffe Ironstone. Would I buy it again? Yep, I would. I was really surprised when I checked comps on this Give Us Our Daily Bread platter. Very surprised. So yeah, I'm happy. $40 for that when I paid what, $1? I would buy Red Cliff pottery again. Have you ever found Red Cliff pottery and how did it sell for you? Leave a comment and let everyone know. But when it comes to packing, that's another story. Gosh, like I said, I don't have many square boxes around here. And for whatever reason, I decided to recycle a box. I hope you did get some takeaways from it. How to reinforce it, what to look out for, on whether it's really stable enough to reuse it, how to reinforce it to protect the fragile item inside from reinforcing the bottom to the top to the corners. Oh my. Took way too long. So did I really make $40 on this sale? Well, I do make videos, to share with you what I do. So maybe I made a profit on it. Maybe. But yeah, I would buy it again, but I would use a different box. Yeah, a box that I didn't have to make or upcycle. Are you ready for an update on things around here? If you are, keep watching. Okay, what's new around here? First of all, eBay sales are slow. Yeah, still making sales. And they seem to come in like in a little flurry, like over 24 hours or something. And then it's like nothing. Is that happening for you too? It's kind of crazy. And then the truth is, I'm not listing really on eBay. I haven't even been doing my end and sell similar like I talk about. We have some things here to list that we haven't listed that we found that have some decent value, but haven't gotten them on there. No, we've been pretty busy. Okay, I've been pretty busy. Mark's busy all the time with the lawn and finishing the ceiling on the deck, sealing the wood. I helped him some with it, but yeah, I tend to take on quite a bit. I do. Just ask Mark. He'll tell you. He's upstairs watching TV with his headset on so I can make this video. All right, so what's new? First of all, if you follow my other channels, Avante Jewelry, it's doing really well. In fact, I am over 17,500 subscribers right now. That channel is doing very well. I'm so happy, because I've worked so hard on YouTube. What do I have in here now? Maybe I'm at 7 years on YouTube. The reselling channel here, which I know you're here for this channel, not my other ones. Um, you know, I'm keeping it up. It's how can I say it? It hasn't grown. It's never grown like I wanted it to. Ignore the subscriber count. It really means nothing. It's a matter of how many people are watching the video like you. Thank you very much. And supporting it with, thumbs up and comments. That's what helps a channel. I think there's a huge turnover in reselling in general. I'm just calling it like I see it. The people that were there in the beginning, there's only a few, maybe half a dozen of you that still are with me, and thank you for that. But I think there's a big turnover in reselling, so it's harder to grow a reselling channel than perhaps another type of channel, for instance, the jewelry channel. The jewelry channel has a larger audience, a larger pool of people to possibly watch my videos. And it's all about fun. Reselling is a job. Reselling is work. Let's be honest about it. Reselling is a lot of work. And so when I started Avante Jewelry, which I have a lot of experience making jewelry, but then I tried upcycling, and a lot of people are liking the upcycling of vintage and fashion jewelry. Well, I'm having fun. I'm playing. That's my playtime. Making some jewelry and videoing it and doing that. The videos still take the time. Videos for me still take 6, 8 to 10 hours, sometimes more to edit. Yeah, this one probably not so much. I'll probably have tomorrow when I edit this video that you're watching right now, I'll probably have about 4 hours into it in editing. Hopefully not much more than that. So I've got the Avante jewelry. That's going great. And then I started Vintage Vicky vlog style videos where I took what I used to share here on Avante-Avenue, which is when you come along with us and we go to church rummage sales and thrift stores and I show you beautiful country views. Some of you love it. Not everybody, but some of you do. But Vintage Vicky is where you'll get the style of video that I used to put on here, but never really resonated with resellers. I have learned, and I'm just going to call it like I see it, I have learned that resellers want just a few things from a YouTuber. Tell me what to buy, tell me how to price it, and tell me how to pack it and ship it. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And I always wanted to create a different style of video, which was a different pace. And I don't know. You're here, you're watching it. Thank you. I hope you've watched my other videos. But if you wonder why it's been changing over the last year, well, this is why. You know, there's a turnover of support for the channel. I'm trying to commit to 1 to 2 videos a month to keep the channel active so that my pack and ship videos will stay out there, will stay available for you. I think I'm only getting 1 video out this month, but got a lot going on. Okay, so Vintage Vicky, if you want to come along with us, that's the channel to come over to. And this channel will always remain now what's sold and when I can show you how I packed it. What else now? You know there's got to be something else, right? Well, if you follow Vintage Vicky, you know this already. In mid-August of this year, 2025, I decided to take out a booth in a vendor mall. It's not really a vendor mall though. It's a more of a store with consignment and some booths. So it's kind of 2 different businesses under one roof. And it's right now as I'm making this video, it's the end of September 23rd as I'm recording this. Sales are really slow. And I'm like, I don't know, are sales just slow everywhere? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I can do. I had some sales and yet it's really slowed down. So are you experiencing a real slowdown here? The end of September or in September in general? I'm still trying to figure out what I can do to boost the sales over there. Mark and I put a lot of time into the booth and I'm really happy with it, how it looks. And I've changed out the table. I've moved things around. I think the prices are fair. It's a completely different animal compared to selling on eBay where you can kind of list it and forget it for a while. And you're open 24/7, 365 to the whole world when you do eBay. In fact, we had a sale for 2 items that went international today. So we have a booth, Vintage Vicky, and we'll see. I'm still in the early stages of seeing if I can make it successful. Trying, and Mark's been wonderful with it. So we'll see. Time will tell. Want to be there through Christmas and hopefully things pick up and we'll be in there through next year. Because I don't do anything that I don't want to be successful at. I think you know that about me now. I don't do anything without giving it my best and going for success. Fingers crossed. We'll see. I did sell a lot of small items that had been listed on eBay for a long time. I pulled them, dropped the price some, put them in the booth, and they sold. So that was pretty cool. Like animal figurines. That really surprises me. Animal figurines have been selling. And then I did what's called bag and tags, small items, little kitchen gadgets and things like that. I put them in a bag with a tag, a label. Those have sold well. Little things that have sat there for a long time in our eBay store. Those are the things that I started with to pull first. And of course, I can't help but go out and find other things. Yeah, I still like to buy. Who doesn't, right? That's the fun part. If you have any questions for me, leave them in a comment below. If there's something that's been on your mind that you've wanted to ask me, let me know and I'll try to address it in my next video. Other than that, I'm working on getting this sty in my eye fixed up. I need to get eye drops in it as soon as I'm done here. I have no eye makeup on. If I look different. I didn't do FaceTime for Avante Jewelry, so those of you that follow that, I didn't do FaceTime on my video that just came out. I kind of felt like I had to for the reselling channel for avanteavenue because I haven't made a video yet this month. I got one now. How's that? Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope if you're new here, you check out my other videos. I have so many pack and ship videos organized by playlist to make it easy for you. And yes, lots and lots of videos out there for you. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next video.